Здравствуйте, ребята! Рад вас приветствовать на второй серии прохождения Зова Ктулху от небезызвестного, по мотивам небезызвестного Лавкрафта. Игра обещает быть довольно интересной. В прошлой серии мы походили, порасспрашивали, что да как. И город этот довольно-таки недружелюбный. Но вон тот парень полицейский поделился с нами всем, о чем он знал. Как он сказал. То есть он на нашей стороне. Хотя другой полицейский вообще не захотел с нами разговаривать. И сейчас мы ищем вход на склад номер 36.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Думаю, стоит потом опять вернуться к капитану, мы уже с ним разговаривали. Он тоже нам толком ничем не помог. Сказал только, где этот склад.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Хорошо. Думаю, мы откроем вот эту вот дичь.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
И пойдем в какое-то подземелье.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Так, вот нам нужно к той лебедке.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Я установил. Что дальше? Я не могу ее поднять. По идее тоже здесь что-то должно быть. Ладно, с этим я ничего не сделаю пока что. Интересно. Эти же машины как-то сюда доставляли? В то время не было таких больших типа кораблей. Это было довольно хлопотно. Получается, это предмет такой роскоши. О. Храповик.
A ratchet device.
Вот почему
Exactly
я не
what I
мог
need.
Нужен был храповик. Это еще не все. Нужно еще что-то найти. Музыка такая нагнетающая. Очень, я бы сказал, нагнетающая. Буйки какие-то. Кость. О.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Как я включил зажигалку? Как его брать?
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Зажигалка еще светится. Типа он ее куда-то поставил и...
Damn, I broke it.
Ладно. Итак, я нашел, как упирать зажигалку. Колесико. Что-то нам сломано. Может, это и к лучшему, на самом деле. Красивая зажигалка. Пламя так скачет. Цепь.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
As you wish.
Я не хочу нападать. Ну блин. У меня просто не было другого действия. Я не хотел бить ее.
If you've broken my nose,
I was careful. This time.
Do you want us to take care of him, Cat?
no, not yet. You don't lack nerve, and you've got a fairly good right. I'm always on the lookout for well-built guys to work for me.
I'll make a note of it.
Please do. I'm Kat. I run the neighborhood. Everyone marches to my tune here. Rather than foolishly risking your skin, come and see me in the bar one of these days. We can talk about what I can do for you, and what you can do for me.
Ну, в принципе, не ждал я, что она вот так, типа, нормально отреагирует. Хотя она мне угрожала, типа, это нормально, что я ей дал помочь. Ну, то есть, типа, это ненормально, но... Как бы у меня не было выбора. Она теперь хочет меня нанять. Что очень странно. Ну, нет очков действия. Зайду я к капитану.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Prohibition is just a joke around here.
Какой закон?
That suits me fine.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
You again.
That'll be all for now.
Ладно.
Hey, Mitchell.
мне.
A drink for our new friend. I think it's time to talk business.
No hard feelings.
For a lucky little blow? You think I gotta be boss of these lads without taking any hits? It will serve as a lesson. I was too soft with you. Next time, I'll hit first. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Ну, по сути, у нас нет... Нет выбора. Нужно с ней сотрудничать.
I'm fascinated by the history of the whaling station.
Huh. You certainly don't lack style. But enough of the jokes. You reek of private eye. Who did you come for?
The Hawkins family.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? A little advice, though. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us, and they'll be here long after we are gone.
The old families.
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. You almost got me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Интересно, у меня будет еще возможность... Я не хочу быть в долгу.
I don't think I'm ready to pay the price.
As you wish. But I think you'll be back.
Ладно, я попробую еще другим путем. Нравятся мне эти темные делишки. Вот. Может, теперь-то он мне нальет.
You again.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking at anything.
Понял.
That'll be all for... Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Интересно. Кто может его за долги?
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat it.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Может, их направить?
Well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Liquor?
Exactly.
I'll try to find some for you.
Something real bad.
Мне нужно как-то украсть немножечко алкоголя. Прикольный плащик.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
He laughed.
My God.
Who said
She will do it again, you know. The girl doctor.
Надо как-то с ним договориться.
You again.
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tusk.
Drinking it here is a privilege. Anything else?
The stranded whale.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort. The name, when our whaler...
It was a tough time.
Ah,
What can you tell me about it?
we all knew she was famous and...
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves,
У нее еще ребенок был.
who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it,
What do you mean?
Do you...
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. And they saved Darkwater from famine.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins well. How about his wife, Sarah Hawkins?
Well, she was a local, so we all knew she was thin.
I've got what...
Anything...
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to drink any...
That'll be all for now.
Что же нам делать?
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
Do you like our song?
We're true, son. We may not...
That's true.
I bid you farewell.
Good night.
So long.
Должны же быть еще какие-то пути. Ага. Слышу чьи-то разговоры. Эти парни, yes? Я слышал их разговоры. Блин, что же здесь происходит? Какую беду я могу на них накликать?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand.
What could have done so much damage?
No.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Где здесь больница, интересно? Может, там есть что-нибудь расскажешь? Ну, проще было бы дать им денег, пусть сами покупают. Не так все просто. Можно поговорить еще с этим типом. Он ничего не скажет. Я думаю, чтобы заслужить уважение, можно как-то помочь этим парням.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Ладно, похоже, выбора у меня нет.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I think it's time to talk business.
I need to get into the...
You're out of luck.
It's precisely...
Are you pulling...
Think it over. I've seen what you almost got.
I accept... Well, to be honest, but I'll go...
Sounds odd.
I'm not. If I do that, you'll be in... And I can't think about...
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
You've got no problem going out looking like that.
How sweet of you to worry about my authority. I wouldn't be here if I was the sort of girl who'd hide away because of a black eye. People here know who they're dealing with. They watch their step.
I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him. It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here?
Ну, это и так понятно. Я уже понял, для чего нам эти перки.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins' death.
То есть здесь еще кто-то живет. Ужас.
It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Какая странная фотография. Ну, то есть, что она здесь делает вообще? Рыбья голова. Статья какая-то. Воу. Интересно, что же она мне попросит взамен?
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This
Жаль,
guy
что не
went
мог
right
нам
under your
открыть дверь.
nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Жестко.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Looks like you've met your match, Baker. I'd like to see that more often.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Get this jackass out of here before I stroke his other cheek. But we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do. Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Жутковатое место. В принципе, как и весь остров. Ворон. Как бы намекает, что делать здесь нечего.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing.
Странный дядька. Чем-то он мне не нравится. Я думаю, он со мной пошел не для того, чтобы помогать, а скорее, чтобы следить. Типа, может, я что-нибудь лишнее вижу.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on dark water. What do you think you're doing? So talk, and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Ну, вот и он
Yes.
пришел вовремя.
Shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
What now?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Так, я думаю, на этом можно заканчивать, ребят. Подписывайтесь на канал, звоните в колокольчик. А следующая серия выйдет, ну, я думаю, скоро, потому что игра мне очень понравилась. Довольно-таки интересная история. Оставляйте комментарии, может, вы хотели бы как-то повлиять на следующий контент. Я буду читать все комментарии. Мне будет интересно ваша мысль по поводу этого. Пока что я буду с вами прощаться. До новых встреч, ребят.